Do some go. Great. So today's lecture we're calling Park Junghwan as Bay. Is that what the kids say?
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to call it Bay?
Am I cool yet? That's what the kids say, right? Who's the kid? We have no kids here. You guys are all too old. Oh, yeah? Am I right? I did it. He's giving me a thumbs up. I did it right.
All right.
It's Park Junghwan as Bay. So who is Park Junghwan? That's my question.
The #1 player in the world.
#1 Go player in the world. That's human. #1 human in the world. Sure. Where is he from?
Korea.
Korea. How long has he been #1?
4 or 5 months. I mean, before he was there for a while.
Yeah. So actually, he was #1. You know, last I think 3 years ago, and then he lost it to KJ. And then he gained it back again fairly recently. And actually, since Keja sort of played AlphaGo, Keja has kind of been, you know, slipping a little bit. Like I feel like his games are different, and he's still like #2 in the world, right? But you know, I don't know. I think every top pro has sort of been fundamentally changed, like their soul by AlphaGo, right? Like there's something different about all the pros. I want to see some of those differences today in the game because you know these two players play some AlphaGo moves. So, anyway, I picked out this game. This is back from March, so we're only 2 months from behind with the pro scene. But Park Junghwan is black, and we'll just put the first 4 moves.
Never seen that before.
It's a go game, man. This is. That's it. Let's go. Right, we know the robots tend to really like 4-4, so players are favoring that. But robots also know what to do with 4-4. So get some ideas. Park Junghwan plays here, normal. Where do you expect white to play?
Back off.
Yeah, again, this is AlphaGo. Where do you expect black to play next? What are the options?
Maybe slide.
Yeah, if we want to be territorial and defensive, we want to dig in, play this kind of move. If we get a response, we can make this nice base-looking shape. It's not what Park Junghwan plays. He's got bigger ideas. Tanuki. Okay, how about locally first? What are the other ideas?
Back off.
Where? Yeah, this is traditional. This is nice spacing. It's a little loose. There's lots of invasions, but that's nicely spaced. Also possible. We tend to see this more when this corner is disrupted. But locally, these are all your common options. In this game, Park Junghwan Tanukis. And conceptually, like if you're playing Go at a really high level, right? You could say, look, I've made you put 3 of your stones on the same side of the board. Let me see if I can get you to play a 4th. That way, white's over-concentrated. But white, by the way, is Huang Jin, which I don't really know much about. He's not a 9-down pro. He's a little bit lower on the pro scale. So I can't tell you much about Huang, but Park Junghwan we've seen a lot of. Look at this. Park Junghwan's like, yes, I'm winning. You're over-concentrated, sir. Look at my beautiful stones and how nicely spread out throughout the land they are.
It looks like how AlphaGo tries to deal with sovereignty. AlphaGo teach at least.
AlphaGo, yes, like fast moves. And actually, can someone go shut the door over there? Sorry, their Go lesson is louder than I would have ever thought possible. All right, but now things get kind of exciting. Where would you play right now if you were black? Tanuki again? Be like, bam! I made next. When you try to break this up, you're like, look, you're getting too much of one side. I must go and break it.
Would probably help one of the 2 approaching stones.
All right, but which one?
The bottom.
Why would you help the bottom one?
Because those 2 have more, I don't know.
Like it's perfectly symmetrical except for this stone and this stone, right?
Yeah. Maybe white feels closer to settled in the lower left, and so I'm more attackable in the lower left. Whereas, not so
No,
much.
this stone actually looks more to the outside. This stone, if we do nothing, right, if we just go play somewhere else, when white plays over here, this is actually the more threatening position. Right? If white plays over here, the stone's low. We feel like we have more space. So this seems like the best, the bigger side, right? White is saying, I want more points on this side, right? I want fourth line territory. And furthermore, this stone reaches more to the middle. It emphasizes this area as well. So we're gonna play this area. But the move that Park Junghwan plays is very exciting. Because remember, he's like, look, I'm gonna make you over-concentrated. I'm just gonna take the rest of the board. Well, we're gonna continue the strategy. Oh man. Oh man. Black's and white responds. White doesn't want to leave a defect. So like we're fully committed to the strategy of like, let's make white take all these points. We get all of these points. We win the game. Does this look like a sound strategy? Christian's giving me a, okay, it's okay. He continues this move. This is also a surprising move. Like if we make this exchange, we kind of expect him to play something like this, right? Just build over here. So we've got this extra stone helping us, but he's going to dig in first. What would you expect white to play? You expect white to block here. And maybe black now plays here. And normally we don't like this position, right? Because we normally don't have this exchanged. And so there's a defect here. But maybe when black has this exchange, this defect is a little more manageable for black. And so black's happier here, right? We're building on a pretty large scale after this exchange. However, black does not, oops, I should do that there. Black doesn't play here because white doesn't play here. White doesn't seem to like this idea of just taking all the points on one side of the board.
He threatens a corner himself.
Two years ago, this was madness. Right, this is straight out of AlphaGo games. Because when AlphaGo's playing itself, and, the zero versus master, or just any of the strong AIs, the strong AIs think this is a very, very valuable move. And so even though the AIs really like 4-4, they also really like this. And so we see the AlphaGo Joseki coming out of this, right? The Joseki that, was kind of like a special case Joseki by humans for a pretty long time. Is that the one we play? Make sure that's the one we play, yes. But right out of the AlphaGo games is this one. Normally, right, human mode is here. What's the problem with this Joseki? Is there any problems?
White hits Sente?
Yeah, this is almost definitely going to end in white Sente. This one, a few moves on the board. Black gets Sente. Black into Tanuki now. Now it leaves a major weakness, right? But black's like, look, I got my 3 stones to a wall. They're alive enough. And later on, if white tries to attack this too severely, this is still a really nice move from black. Imagine white exchanges here. And white's like, aha, you can't come there.
I felt the pain of that one before.
You felt the pain of this one? What is this threatening?
Right, the 3 stones.
Yeah, Atari, you captured, or what else is it threatening?
Ladder.
A ladder this stone, right? So this is because you played the 3 stones here, this actually shape is a little bit stronger for black. And so black feels comfortable to Tanuki. And so you're black, where do you Tanuki? Build your wall.
Probably go back and play that D10.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like, if you're a Go player, you're like, look, we built a little wall here. We built a little wall here. All we gotta do is just play right in the middle, connect everything. We have a nice game. That look nice?
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Of course not.
Of course not.
But this is where I would play, right? This is like instinct. Like what? Wall, black. Hey, that's great. This is like super important side of the board. Ideas?
The bottom left still isn't settled or figured out.
We have an unsettled stone over here. Do you want to play down there? Take a move. Show me a move.
S4? Or jump away first? I like S4.
Let's play this. Black has no ambition to play this. This actually helps us here, very, very indirectly. The question is why?
White's busy defending the upper left.
Yeah, if we play here, how's the fate of these 3 stones?
That's true.
Black plays again, maybe black plays here. These 3 stones feel like they're being harassed, right? Like this move has some momentum against these 3 stones.
So if white were to throw an invasion now, and black were to fight white basically out the center, some of those 3 stones would be a lot more weakened because they no longer have a base.
Yeah, this game would get very confusing very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, because we'd have a floating stone here, a floating group here. Technically, these are kind of floating still, but we'd have a baseful black group. Is baseful a word? Full of
Yeah,
base?
that's the word.
Yeah, baseful. Baseful. You're baseless, you should have baseful. Yeah, all right. So white isn't really wild about doing this. Now the interesting byproduct of doing this is when black gets a really solid base here, the value for this move for black also goes down, right? Because now this move is only about building a Moyo. It's no longer about helping this group. This group's already helped. So keep that in mind. White's feeling a little uncomfortable. White plays here. And what was like black's original strategy to deal with white? Like what was black making white do?
Keep that side
Yeah,
forward.
you get this. We are being very consistent, right? We're gonna push in. White's gonna continue to get this. All right, white takes a really big move. Primo?
But that was 2 white moves in a row.
Was it? Damn it. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the next black.
That's why it's such a big move.
It's 2 in a row. It's black passes. No, I forgot the next black move. Yeah, next black move we need to talk about. What are your ideas?
He doesn't push again, does he, in that corner?
Like here?
Yeah,
No, too
I
small.
don't think so.
And plus, we're also not going to push. If we're going to play, then we're going to play at least this.
Yeah, no,
And if there's room down here, maybe this.
yeah.
'Cause that's annoying. And if we feel like fighting, we can actually do things like this. Because that's annoying. Actually, anything in here would be pretty annoying. But the thing is, black doesn't really have to be annoying right now.
Yeah.
Black's looking at his board and going, look, you have points here, you have points here, and I have everything else.
F5, isn't it?
F5. You want to push here? Oh, it's so heavy. It's really heavy.
I'd just be concerned that if that white was wrapped over it would be.
This is too slow. Too slow. White doesn't get enough benefit here. G6 is the idea here?
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. Feels like white's probably going to fight though. Like same how this is kind of too heavy. What if white plays here? Oh, you're gonna play this way? A couple ways we can do this. Let's do it this way. Are you going to cut?
Yeah.
You want to cut? Of course, you guys want to cut.
Fight.
Who is this fight going to benefit?
It looks like as that white group runs away, it's going to destroy anything black might have been able to
Yeah,
build at the top.
this fight, even though black has like this, fishing net over here, feels like this is going to be real beneficial for white. Black is the one who already feels more trapped in right now. So I think that would be too optimistic for black. White will fight back, asking for too much. Yeah?
The reason being that it seems like he's got black could be harassed on either side, and this is kind of an asking move to see which side white's wants to harass black on.
You mean this and this? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. So white can continue here, right? Or white can continue over here, right? Black has weaknesses on both sides. If we defend one, white will take the other. So let's defend neither. Although in reality, this is actually mildly helping this stone, right? It's also mildly threatening to build something over here. Like this is, it's both like trying to take profit and exert a little influence on both of these areas. Okay. Now white plays here, and so actually the really more important lesson here is why black didn't play here, right? Because this still seems like the obvious move. Like this is the biggest place for black to develop, and I think it has everything to do with the fact that black already has a base over here. So if black already has a base, why would we? This stone is inefficient. It's only taking points. We want stones to do multiple things, right? We want a stone that's going to take points and reach out to our friend and threaten to build something big this way. That's pretty cool. All right, now white plays here. Does black connect? Oh yeah, black connects. Oh yeah. This is. Remember, there's still like this weakness thing, right? If we connect, if white doesn't, if we don't, and white gets to take this. How do these three stones feel?
Fair.
Yeah, really bad. How is white's profit and development going? Splendid. Yeah, we have to connect. This is a really big move. Leaves defects, keeps our shape strong. And then white plays here. All right, now, question. Is it the time for us to now build this thing? Now, this is even worse time to build it. Why is it even worse to build it now? Yeah, hey, this is safe, right? Hey, I'm gonna play this to build a Moyo here. Duh.
Sure.
You're not building anything, right? You're not building very much. So, we still can't, like, this is amazing, right? We have a black wall and a black wall, and black has now, on 3 occasions, found a reason to not put a stone in the middle. That's pretty profound. I'm not sure we're playing Go right. This isn't how Go is supposed to work. And when I was looking, I knew I wanted to do Park Junghwan this week, because we haven't done it in a while, and again, #1 Go player, I feel like we should do relatively frequently. This is the game I saw, because I just looked at this position, like, and I was going through the game and going, what? Why is nobody playing in here? This is the most developable part of the board, and yet it's a barren wasteland. That's cool, right? That's cool. Especially when you can see, like, oh, each time the players keep finding little reasons to devalue it. All right, so where do you think black plays instead? Is this group in trouble? Should we defend this group somehow?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't, personally.
But you're in trouble, right? You're starting to get surrounded by white on the edges.
Doesn't look that bad.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Park Junghwan does not defend this. Just he's no reason to defend it. So where do we play? What else is valuable?
Reach out from the bottom up.
Give me a point.
M16 area, I don't know.
16, so play over here. So build a little double wing kind of thing.
I'd said N, which that
Oh,
seems
N.
a bit far, but
Oh no, this is
Okay.
too close. This
got
is
it.
too
Yep.
close. And in fact, in this position, you really want to go all the way here.
Okay.
Yeah, like that would feel nice.
Yeah.
But this feels awkward because white will invade here. And if white can attack this stone, white actually is fairly strong on this side, so white is maybe liable to take a lot of something in this quadrant. So Park Junghwan plays here. And if we actually kind of just look at territory size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 proposed lines of territory here. We count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If black can get one more move in here, there's 13 lines there. And actually, in this case, white doesn't even have the corner sealed off, so white really needs one more move. So we can say this is almost the exact equivalent size as this. Isn't that fascinating? So who's winning then?
Technically white.
So if this and this cancel out, we have this corner versus this corner.
And Comey.
Yeah, so, but first, are these two equal?
Relatively.
White feels a little
White's
bigger.
bigger, but black has more potential to extend out.
Good, good, yes. So black has maybe potential here to get a little bit more. White's technically bigger, so maybe it's a wash. And then white also gets Comey. And then
Okay.
white has the next move, right? So who do you think's winning this game?
White just barely.
Yeah, because it's white's move, it really kind of feels like, maybe white is doing just fine. Like black ignored his area of biggest development, had to play 4 moves here to get what we got. And in the meantime, white took some profit. And still has Comey. I don't think you feel bad as white, right? Like nothing has gone wrong. So that being said, where should white play? What should white worry about?
The area of
What should
development.
white do?
The area of development.
Like this one? Is it now time to play over here?
Might as well.
Where do you want to play? Pick a point.
Rebel black would want to play D10, I guess.
You just want to come right here in the middle, break it up, maybe start to attack this very loosely. White's got a slightly better plan. White wants to accomplish, you're like, oh, I'm not pro, man. Don't look at me. Here's white's idea. White's going to come here first. So what's the point of this move?
Threaten to cut off E5.
Yeah, first of all, if we get to another move, oh man, that feels real bad for black. So you'd be very happy as white. But of course, black's going to not let you do that.
Yeah.
White's going to play here. Black's going to keep this nice solid base. And then instead of playing D10, when we make these exchanges, we're going to play all the way here. And so now what did we start actually doing?
Attacking that.
Yeah. And so if we only played this far, right, if we just threw in a stone, black would have a lot of space, black wouldn't feel a lot of pressure. If we played closer, without making all these exchanges, black might be able to counterattack us, right? Black's the one with the giant stone group, we just have 1 stone. So white makes these exchanges in order to give this stone some backup. Now that we have the potential to make a nice looking base here, when we come after this thing, we can feel like we can push around a little bit harder. It's a brilliant, beautiful plan, right?
He says no.
Well, here's where Park Junghwan plays.
Okay.
Does this move do anything?
Prevents white from closing out the upper right group.
Good, it helps us get out. What else?
It works kind of nicely with black stones on the bottom.
Yeah, imagine if black got one more move. This is just, black would feel so great, right? Look, beauty. This is art, guys. This is like the Mona Lisa right here.
It seems really good because white wants to play on the kind of more upper side to attack that group, but can't because of that.
Yeah, once this black group gets out, gets connected to this Moyo, it gets really hard to. So white is not interested in letting this black group off the hook very easily. But what do we do for white? We're like, we can't allow this.
Stuck.
Play here? Oh, you're vicious, man.
Okay.
Yeah, this goes really horrifically wrong really quickly.
Got it.
For white. Because black's just going to split you and now have a new target to attack. Okay. So maybe that's an overplay.
Where black would play?
Play here. Yeah, this would be kind of expected actually. Like this is like a proper, like safe, like hey, I'm going to continue being strong and just making sure you can't disconnect easily and turn all these things into points. This would be a normal move. This would also be a pretty normal move. Now this one leaves a little bit Miraji. We still have this cut here, we have a peep here. A little less safe, but also possible. This is kind of batshit crazy move. And I don't think you realize that it's an overplay until you do a little bit of reading. What happens if black cuts here?
Now I can
White? What happened to white?
It died.
You go poor white.
The corner's gone, but white can extend to the top, right?
The corner's fine?
No, the corner's gone. But
Oh, the corner, big trouble now, right?
Yeah, but the white can do B15.
B15?
B.
B15. Oh, you want to do it here?
Yeah.
Ugh. Black will play here now. So how about these stones? Probably here and here. Maybe just take. I mean, black's going to harass them. This group actually got a lot stronger. And furthermore, how does this white group feel? Not good. All right, let's take all that off the board. All that off the board. That didn't happen. But you can see that is basically why this is an overplay. Right? This is not a normal move. If someone plays this type of shape against you in your game, where they leave like this clamping cutting point, someone screwed up. Like this is going to get cut and punished somehow. So why does white play it? White's a pretty strong player. Why is white making this egregious overplay? Now I'll give you a hint. Black's not a bad player either. And black does not take advantage of it right now. This is the way to cut it and become super happy. But black's like, that's a trap. So why can white play this? When black plays here, what should white do?
Can white push up?
Yeah, we play this way. Black really only has one choice if we think that white overplayed, right? We have to play this way. But what would white do?
Come out.
Again.
Ooh. And so we overplayed this one stone, right? Whoops, I killed the stone. We overplayed here, right? The stone got killed. But what did white get?
Into the turret.
Just obliterated the wall.
Oh man. Now, this stick is now being really seriously punished. Very difficult now for the life of the stick. And if the stick struggles to try to live, and let's say it even does, white will get even so much stronger here that then white will come back and start countering attacking this stick. Not a problem. Oops, that's there. So black knows this. He's not going to play here, right? And even if he were, and say, no, I see the trap. I see what's going to happen. I'm going to block this way. Then this stone got wasted, right? This stone was just a bad stone. And furthermore, this defect is still exposed. So black's not going to be stupid this time. Even though this is an overplay, we can't play it. We can't take advantage of it yet. So black comes over here. All right, We don't have another play. And we also don't want to do things like this, right? We just don't want to, poor stone. We don't want to play lean on this because that's just going to allow white to start fixing the shape over here. You know, if we do this, or let's play here, and here, look, white's just making free points. So we're not crazy about just fixing. So we find another solution. So let's.
Black descends.
Where? Oh, here?
No. Or with that stone that's on its own.
Wait.
Just, but instead of one space.
Oh, here.
No. Over where we were just talking about.
H16
But-
maybe?
H16.
Uh-huh.
17.
16.
H16 for what?
No, for black.
Oh, here?
Okay.
This is a bad exchange. Remember, if this group is strong, we can play here and make ourselves smile and happy. So white is the one overplayed here. So we don't want to fix that for white, because now it's fixed. Yep. Because once black does get strong here, oh, you better believe black's coming there. Right? Because we get this nice cutting sequence and come through. And it's fun for all.
What makes the overplay attractive then, if it leaves behind such a severe weakness?
Well, if we play a normal move, black's going to continue to get safety. You know, some move like this, maybe even this, but probably just this. And if this group links up to this Moyo, again, this is points we don't have accounted for. Right? When we did our territorial balance, we said, look, this cancels out this kind of cancels out this. If all of a sudden black finds 20 points here, whoa, we can't have that. No good. So the normal move, not so interesting. We want to put more pressure on this group, so we do it on the fourth line. Black plays here, and white's like, hey, you still can't do this, so I'm gonna start harassing you. And furthermore, white has some sequences now to harass. So black makes this exchange to help with this cut. And then black comes here. This move does at least two things. What are the two things it does?
Puts pressure on those two stones.
Good.
Helps connect under the white.
Good. Threatens to, come underneath. White doesn't like either of those things. So white plays down. And black is looking at the shape and going, okay. We're fine. And so what's the status of these two stones? Right now they're dead. Spoiler alert, they come back alive at the end of the game. Deal with that later. Right now they're dead, so actually black already profited. Remember the big potential for black? Black actually got a chunk of it, technically. Temporarily. What about weak group status?
One each.
Weak group? Weak group. Fair. Fair is fair, right? Well, what does white have?
Sente.
2 weak groups. White has Sente, and white must continue. Remember we talked about urgent moves the last couple weeks? We've been working with these urgent moves. White has to find a way to take advantage. Well, white's going to start here. And this is, once we make this exchange, all of a sudden, right, this clamp no longer works. However, instead of the clamp, oops, black has this sequence to get more strength. Very annoying for white, very difficult. And black will just get strong and be able to get out and come back and attack this. So white doesn't want that. So white now decides to fix the shape. The question is, how would you fix this now as white?
K16.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the move. Nice move. You are at least 4-dan professional now. Yeah. Does black have any weaknesses? Can white cut here? No? Can white peep here?
It would be difficult.
Difficult, but potential. Keep your eye on this peep. Okay, this is what the next few moves are going to be about. So anyway, after white gets this, hey, it looks like we're starting to build some white territory. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. Wait, it's black to move, black to move. I keep skipping moves. Black plays here. What is this move helping?
His weak group.
His weak group, it helps us get out. It helps put pressure on the stick. And if white peeps here now, much harder on white. Okay, so this is sort of an indirect way to fix, get our group out, and put pressure on white. It's a very nice move, very nice move. All right, sorry, white's gonna play here. White's like, hey, while you're busy dealing with weak group, I'm just gonna take some profit because, again, territorial balance, we said this was equal to this was equal to this. Hey, if I get all these points, I win the game. And you have to resign. And now, sorry, black plays here. What does this move do? No less than 3 things. Go.
Puts pressure on that area.
Good, right? Threatens to come in here and split up the profit that white just took. What else?
Potentially builds the bottom middle.
Hey, look, potential. Good. What else?
Stop.
Hey, gives us a friend. Cool move. White says no friends for you. Gets this out. Black gets out. Now, this was an interesting part of the game. I thought, when I was first reading, I thought black should play something like this, right? Doesn't it feel like black is gearing up to just eat this whole thing?
I assume
Won't
there's
white be able
some-
to connect in the bottom. Won't white be able to connect at the top?
But when we do, now this group is still sealed in though, right, is the point?
Yeah.
Like, if we force white to connect here, and we're out, we can now come back and
Got it.
do things. White played an empty move, essentially.
Yeah.
So, but black only plays here.
Black worried about a cut.
Yeah, so, well, remember the magic move here? Oops. What do we do now if there's this peep? Do we fight here? Feels bad, right?
Yeah.
If we fix over here, white gets out and breaks through and our stone looks really dumb. If we fix this way, white comes over here. If we prevent the connection, white can just do this. And again, there's still a cut here. So that doesn't really work. Actually, even after all that, there's still this cut here too. And so this whole black group is still not safe. So this is a little bit of overplay. So black backs off a little bit and plays only here. We actually get a pretty similar sequence. Sorry, no, there's an exchange for white plays here. So again, white just gets ahead. Again, this group is still not connected, the black group. Black plays over here. This is a big move, right? This is, you know, at least 10 points for white we're discussing, and now all of a sudden if we can kill this, that can turn into 10 to 20 more points for black. But now white takes this peep. Black would like some eye space. White threatens to cut. Black just keeps the eye space. Black comes through. White comes through, sorry, black blocks. White cuts off the group. And locally, black rips. So we see that settled. Now here's the interesting thing, right? If we play this exact same sequence out, remember this jump stone? If we had played that move there, how much worse that would look? Of course, it also kind of makes you wonder if we go all the way back, you know, sort of. Here, what if black played here? Obviously, white's not going to play the same exact sequence, right? But if white does, it looks even better. I guess white can't, because that's on thread. Never mind. Yeah, white definitely can't play this way. White has to find another line. Oops, there's the stuff. But anyway, so there. Make I space, and white plays here. We're going to play one more move and then we'll evaluate. Okay, now let's evaluate. Let's try to do some figuring out who has what. This, right, we said was 13 third lot points of fourth line territory. That's still equivalent to this if white gets one more move. Right, so that's like one move within being in balance. How is the size of this compared to this?
Maybe. Because it looks closer than it used to with black. Maybe getting a slightly larger extra area than white's slightly larger extra area.
Yeah, it actually feels evened out, right?
Yeah.
So if this cancels this, and this is one move away from canceling this, that's almost even. What's left on the board?
So that white stone stays undetermined.
This white stone is very undetermined. Right now it's pretty dead. Really hard to save this stone. Might be possible, but we're going to get injured if we do. So right here, we just got almost 15 points for black. That's just profit.
There's some center bottom territory.
Maybe 2 or 3 points here. So let's say black has an extra 20 points that he didn't have before. We're up 20 points on white. But what does white have?
Potential in the middle.
Yeah, look at this. After we get this wall kind of formation here, doesn't it start to look like something? Like could be a really big something? Could you be scared? Can you feel that, like it coming? That's white's move, right? So white is down maybe up to about 20 points of territory on the board. White has potential. So how do we make use of all this potential? J11. Just eat these stones, clean it up. We must think bigger.
Shoulder hit at the bottom. Somewhere.
Like that? That's pretty close. They play here. Huang Jin plays here. And can you imagine if white gets all these points? Is that worth more than 20 points that black is up? Oh, plus additional Komi?
See.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to play this. Make sure I keep it clean. Remember how I said black plays one more. White needs the corner in order for this to equal this, so white takes the corner now. And so this equals this equals this. Black has extra profit here, maybe a tiny bit here. White has Komi plus this. Who is winning? Probably depends if you're an optimist or a pessimist. If you're an optimist, who's winning?
White.
Yeah, white. Look. This is way bigger than the deficit we need to make up. If you're a pessimist, you're like, there's no points there.
Why does white kick to fix the corner though? It seems like that's not as...
I think this helps preserve white sente.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because if white got another move, that just cleans it up perfectly, right?
Okay.
In this case, black does respond. Yeah, actually, sorry, this sequence would probably go like this. White would play here first, black responded, then you'd clean it up in a really large fashion. Very big. So because of the kick, black responds. Right, if white, yeah, exactly. If white were just to play here, black would play somewhere else.
Sure, that makes sense.
So they both play the most severe moves possible. They're both like, look, I dare you to respond again. Right? I dare you to respond, otherwise I'm gonna get more. Black's like, oh yeah? I dare you to respond, otherwise I'm gonna get more. Yeah. And White's like, not that interested. That's not my jam right now. So what is White doing? Just making the big fish. The ocean, the white sea. All right, so you're black, you're 9-dan pro. You turned 9-dan pro in Korea when you were 17 years old. You're the #1 Go player in the world. What do you do? This 4-dan pro from China has just thrown down the biggest Moyo in the center of the board.
L4.
L4. You like it rough. It's not where Park Junghwan plays. He does do something similar later. So your actual idea isn't that far off of what he does later. You're only about 2.5 spaces away, depending on how you count diagonals.
G7.
G7 coming in here.
Yeah.
So there are some potential problems. What do you play now? C. Because right now we've got 10 points of cash for black, but white can just flip it to 10 points cash for white, right? Just boom, there's my 20 points that I needed to catch up. Yeah, see how you just flip those points and white wins. So you might think, oh yeah, there's stuff black can do over here, but there's Aji. White can capture you.
Does it take into F8 kind of move?
F8. What's your next move going to be? If you're just going to play safe and keep your points? No? That didn't help. Like, we gained a little bit. It would have to be much more severe like this. But if we're going to be that severe, I can assure you that white will also be that severe. So this area is really hard for white to touch. Well, where's the mouth of this Moyo?
Something like M11 looking.
11 here?
That's
M11, close. This is like classic reducing 101. Now in this case, it's not enough on its own, right? But if you think this whole thing is the Moyo, you find where it's open, the mouth, and you make a sector line, right? From this stone to this stone, and you play on the sector line. Like, so you can play anywhere between here and be fine. So he plays there. That's kind of lame though, right? Nah, you guys are not, okay, fine. What do you do if you're white? This is where we leverage. What does black think he has down here?
Points.
Points! What does black think he has here?
Not sure.
Well, let's say a live stone. Let's say a stone that's not dead. Those two things are kind of exclusive. Black's is saying, hey, please don't eat me. And Mike goes, oh yeah, remember this? Did you want these? Now black handles this really well. Right? This is just, not the most complicated reading in the world, but it's a really nice little sequence. You know, because whenever you see your opponent do this sort of stuff, you go, oh God, I don't want to deal with this. Well, here's a knight on pro dealing with it. So we play here. White's like, I'm just sitting there, just being annoying. It's totally annoying. Black bravely cuts. This is a pretty normal sequence. Black takes Atari again. So what are you not supposed to do when you get cross-cut?
Atari everything.
Atari everything. Of course, knight on pro, Atari's everything. Right? Only answer. But in this case, because black has a stone here, black is driving him towards that stone. And so, white plays here, again threatening this cut. But in this case, black just keeps his points. And so, this is actually more solid now. White got a little bit of reduction, but also had to give up 2 points. That's kind of a wash. What did white get?
Attack on those 2 stones.
Yeah, we now are almost around these 2 stones, the reducing stones. White's going to play here first. Say, hey, do you want to come in deeper? Because if you come in deeper, then we get to play this whole game again. And if you just make yourself alive, this stone helps clean up this part of the Moyo. I'm just ready to take my giant sea of whiteness. So you can imagine, like, black, you know, this 25-year-old kid sent the board going, I don't like this idea. I don't want to play, this is like the Saw movie, right? I don't want to do either of these things. I don't just want to save my stones because then you get too much. I don't want to come in deeper because I might die. So there always must be a third way. So obvious. This is what happens in Go though, right? All the time, right? Where like your opponent gives you a choice, like, hey, you know, come over here and fix yourself or do something risky. And it's like, neither of those sound good. Let me be more creative, right? This burns creativity. So black's going to come in here, and I'm going to give you a spoiler. I do want to not spend too much more time on the rest of this game. So I'm going to give you a spoiler. This stone is going to die. Anyone think it was going to live? But in basically making this group in here and letting white kill it off, black's going to get just a couple little extra forcing moves here and there, just around the edges, that are going to give black just the ability to reduce this area. And actually, I'll give you more of a spoiler kind of effect. I want to tell you right now, because black's going to let this group die, virtually every stone from here, and that includes these dead stones, from here all the way through here, becomes Dame. Like this entire of the board at the end of the game is worth nothing for nobody. Like it all just goes away, which is fantastic. Okay, so here, I'm going to go through this kind of quickly because again, I already told you the end result. White's just going to play the most severe move. Black's going to play the most severe move. White's going to play the most severe move. Black's going to connect. White's not going to let black make a base here. Black's going to try anyway. White is just keeping everything really strong. And how does this group look? Just shitty. Just virtually no friends in the white sea. You're drowning. But we're going to keep playing. And again, there's no friends. White makes sure there's not attachment here. There is a little bit of an issue, right? There is some stuff like this that black can use to potentially make some shape. So white plays here just to make sure that there are no eyes for this group. And black comes back here to cut this. Cut. Clamp. And then white is just trying to keep this whole thing dead, right? It still looks pretty dead. Black now asks here. Black just blocks. And remember that moment where we were deciding if we were going to come in or come out? Black did get a stone here and has a little bit more Aji to work with. So now is the time. And furthermore, if this thing gets in far enough, how about this white stick? It's got some weaknesses. All right, so we got some momentum. We got some momentum. You can see these things are starting to work a little bit. And again, white wants that dead, right? White at no point wants to let you come through and connect that way. So we'll just keep pushing now. Defend. This is the moment where black is fully committed to killing this off, right? Once white has defended over here, right, and hasn't tried to counterattack because white was too scared of letting this thing link up, we've used these stones. Like we put this, dangled this giant piece of meat in the lion's den. Said, okay, you defended. Black now has some weaknesses over here to work with, something to counterattack. We can now use those stones to reduce this part. So here, push one more time. Black's just gonna get all the things to keep asking for. And instead of continuing to feed, to add to our little meat pile, I'm gonna start harassing it from the outside. White actually takes this moment to Atari. And with that, black plays here. So, what happened?
Black got profit.
Yeah, like hey, we thought we landed 4th line territory. Hey, we got this. So in effect, we kind of exchanged this for this. And we already kind of wrote this off as whites, right? So, right, if this cancels out this, and then this cancels out this, and this cancels out this, that's how black wins the game from this one territory. Having this. I'm actually going to pause here because the end is actually everyone just connects everything. And these still die, but this gets hemorrhaged in here. This connects. Even this white group, actually, white exchanges this. White saves this group. But in the end, black gets this corner territory. And so, that's still kind of an even exchange, this for this. So, that doesn't really change the balance, right? Black is still ahead by this much on the board. So in the end, yeah, again, once this white group connects out, this black group connects out, this white group connects, actually I can go out, this white group connects down here, this black group just connects up over here. This is all dame. This is, everything lives right here with no points. Is that depressing? We had such a beautiful opening, like promises of violence and open-ended like attacking and overplays, right? That we're just sitting on the cusp of, or the nice edge. It just ends with just all dame. And just black ended up winning with this one extra move. Black got down here for this profit. You guys feel way too sad. Here, I'll just fast forward through the rest of the game, make sure there's nothing else really interesting. Nope, dame. Yeah, white does actually connect to this group over here. Yeah, there's this giant black stick. Yeah, these all live. All these stones live connected to that group. This is dame. And so at the end, they actually don't play out the entire game. White resigns, partially because white knows he's behind. And he actually makes an overplay in this corner to just try to do something. And it makes a code that doesn't work. It's not a real code. So, yeah, Park Junghwan is Bay. So what do we learn?
You have 5 or 6 stone throw-ins.
5 or 6, like this? Yeah, just, make a dead group. I don't think that's good Go learning though, right?
It's a great Go.
And I don't know how much of it like specifically he read out or was just frustrated over here and not sure what to do, so he just did something. I can't really read his mind, but I mean, it looks real weird, right? To just make a dead group and go, hey. But again, it did let him, like once he has this, he can just push through very strongly here, right? And not have to worry so much about coming out. That's why he made these exchanges. To make sure he could just reduce this. Because again, if all this becomes white, there's no way he wins. So make a dead group. He got a couple extra forcing moves here. Got, really 4 or so forcing moves over here. And kept the balance of territory even though white had this huge Moyo. But Park Junghwan sustained some founding principles of Moyo reduction, right? Playing on that little tiny mouth of the Moyo, right? Playing in between the sector lines. Yeah. Okay. Again, my favorite part of the game is how much they devalued this. Like for me, that was the most remarkable thing about the game, is how you had this giant black developmental area that neither player, they were always constantly thinking about, right? Every move that they did on the board affected this in some way. They were constantly having this area in their mind. But for so long, considering the interesting black exchange, no one wanted to play it because they kept finding reasons not to. Okay. I'm impressed there are that many of you here and there's no one who's saying anything.
We're all blown away by this game.
You're all just blown away.
Yeah, I like the game.
Good, all right. Well, good. You guys want to play some games? I want to see someone try this quasi-joseki. All right. Find a partner and play some Go if you like. Thanks.